Welcome to Sophia Science, the YouTube channel that answers all your questions about the world of science, including science mysteries, aliens. The content of today's video is
Elephants and the Call of Love. Have you ever wondered, when do elephants, those gentle giants of the savannah, choose to call out for love? Do they do it in the heat of midday or in the silence of midnight? The answer may surprise you. Elephants don't call randomly. They wait, they choose, and they only send their calls at two golden moments of the day, when nature itself creates the perfect stage for their voices to travel across the land. Let's step into this remarkable story. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're standing on the vast African savanna. The sun has just dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and red. Everything falls quiet, so quiet you can hear the wind brushing through the tall grass. And then, from somewhere far away, comes a deep, rumbling sound. It rolls across the earth like distant thunder. That is not the roar of a lion. It is not the howl of a hyena. It is the call of an elephant. A sound so low and so deep that our human ears can barely catch it. Yet for other elephants, it is a powerful whisper, a secret message, or more precisely, a call of love. And here is the astonishing part. Elephants don't waste their voices throughout the day. They don't call without reason. Instead, they wait patiently, and they only call when the world around them is most ready to carry their message. The golden hours of elephant love calls. Professor Michael Garstang and his team from the University of Virginia spent weeks in the wilderness of Namibia, a harsh yet breathtaking land where wild elephants roam free. They set up a remarkable system, arrays of special microphones to capture the lowest frequencies, along with weather balloons and atmospheric instruments to measure wind and temperature. Their goal? To discover when elephants choose to send their mysterious calls. The results were striking. Out of more than 1,300 calls recorded, an incredible 94% happened just in two time windows: about 3 hours after sunset, about 2 hours after sunrise. In fact, nearly half of all calls occurred in the evening, when the night had fully embraced the land and the air was still. But why? What is so special about these times? The answer lies not in the elephants themselves, but in the invisible layers of air above the ground. The secret of the silent air. During the day, the blazing sun heats the ground and the air churns in restless currents. Sound scatters, breaks apart, and vanishes. But when the sun sets, the earth cools quickly. The air near the ground becomes cold and heavy, while the air above remains warmer and lighter. Between them forms an invisible barrier, a layer of atmospheric stillness. When a sound wave rises and hits this barrier, it bends back down to the earth instead of escaping into the sky. In this way, the voice of an elephant is caught and carried, bouncing across the land, traveling farther and farther. This natural amplifier is so powerful that in the Arctic, human voices have been recorded traveling up to 3 kilometers during such conditions. For elephants in Africa, their ultra-low calls can spread across tens of kilometers, reaching ears that would otherwise be far out of range. But as the sun climbs higher, the heat stirs the air, tearing down this invisible wall. The sound no longer bends and carries, it breaks apart. And that is why elephants never waste their calls in the middle of the day. They know the only true moments are sunrise and sunset. The language of love. And what are these calls for? They are not casual conversations. They are songs of courtship. A female elephant only has a very short window each year to mate. In that narrow moment, she must find the strongest male, the one who carries the best genes for the future of the herd. But in the vast, endless savanna, how could she ever hope to be found? The answer is her voice. She sends out a deep, rolling call that glides across the grasslands, through valleys, over ridges, until it reaches the ears of a distant male. He listens, he answers, and suddenly a dialogue begins. A dialogue we humans cannot hear in full, but one that nature understands perfectly. This is how hearts meet on the savanna. This is how elephants find one another in a world too vast for chance alone. Wisdom of the giants. What's most humbling is not just the power of their voices, but the wisdom behind them. Elephants are not only strong, they are remarkably intelligent. They understand the rules of the world around them. They know when the sky will help them and when it will betray them. They wait, they listen, they call only when the moment is right. Inside each call is patience, intuition, and above all, the will to love and to survive. That is why elephants have always seemed to us like creatures with souls, because behind their massive bodies, behind those slow and heavy footsteps, lies a heart that knows how to wait, how to choose, and how to love. When we hear their calls. If you ever find yourself in Africa, pause for a moment at dawn or dusk. Close your eyes and listen. From somewhere in the distance, you may hear it, a low, rumbling note that rolls across the land, the love song of an elephant seeking an answer. It is more than just the voice of an animal. It is the music of nature itself, reminding us that connection comes only when we are willing to wait for the right time. For elephants, that time is dawn and dusk.